WiFEX, Winter Fog Experiment. Now, first of all, you need to know the basics of the fog. Fog is nothing but clouds. When these clouds come near the surface. This is what fog means. Now, why we witness fog in winters only? You need to know the science behind that. So, till now we know basic thing that fog is equal to clouds. Clouds near the surface. We refer it to as fog. Now these clouds like being where the temperature is low. Clouds will always be there where the temperature is low. Right? Now, if you see a phenomena, any solid surface gets heated faster and cooled faster. Solid surface heated and cooled faster as compared to liquids or gases. This is what we have been learning in science, and that is true. Now, during summer months, the ground which is solid will be heated up. It will be heated up faster. And if you touch the ground in the months of May, June, July, during night time also, you will feel the warmth. Means the ground is heated up. Which simply means that the clouds in the form of fog will not be here because they love being at a place where temperature is lower, and that is up in the atmosphere. So, in the summer months, we do not experience fog. But in the winter months, what happens is, the ground starts cooling faster during the evening time because it is solid. Solid will cool faster also. And due to its cooling, what happens? The ground becomes more cooler than the air above it because it is solid. The overall temperatures are low. In winter months, if you touch the ground, it is colder than the air. If you touch a railing, a steel railing, while climbing up the stairs, it is colder than the air. That steel railing is solid. Above the air is air, gases. So, the ground being solid attracts the clouds, and hence these clouds come down as fog. So fog is a winter phenomenon. The temperature of the surface is lower than the temperature of the air above it. Here, the clouds remain up in the atmosphere. They don't come down. Why? Because the temperature of the surface is more than the temperature of the air above it. Now this is the situation, but this is the reverse. The temperature of the surface is less than the temperature of the air above it. Therefore, it is referred to as temperature inversion. Temperature inversion. So if a statement comes that temperature inversion causes foggy conditions in winter months, that is true. That is very much true. Okay. Now another thing, another concept related to fog only, that in winter months, when the fog starts to set in, October, November is the time when the fog starts to creep in, and December, January months are these peak months for fog. Travel is disrupted. Road travel, air travel, rail travel, that is a separate thing. But an unfortunate event happens that during those months, that is October, November, the farmers in Punjab, Haryana, they grow paddy, rice, and they cultivate that rice. When they cultivate that rice, agricultural residue is left, rice husk. The farmers don't know what to do with rice husk, although ethanol can be produced with that. Ethanol is a biofuel. So farmers are kind of clueless and they burn that rice husk, which is in Hindi called as parali. And during winter months, westerlies are flowing. Westerlies means the winds which are blowing from west to east. They are flowing, carrying those, smoke particles towards Delhi NCR region. And this is October, November. Temperature inversion has started to happen, means conditions like fog started to happen. So when these clouds which are there at a lower altitude, they meet the smoke particles coming from Punjab and Haryana over Delhi NCR region. So smoke plus fog causes smog. And that is why you see Delhi being choked during the months of October, November because of the burning of parali by the farmers in Punjab and Haryana. So this is what you need to know and understand. But yes, this is an additional concept which I just discussed. Main thing was this, you should know that how fog is generated. And we have this experiment, the winter fog experiment, which has completed 10 years of existence. Now, what is this experiment? This experiment is doing research on dense winter fog over North India. Research related to the conditions under which fog is formed, the duration of the fog, the intensity of the fog. It has nothing to do with dissipation of fog. कि fog को dissipate कर दे, कुछ ऐसा सा material लेकर आए या कुछ ऐसा सा method लेकर आए. Nothing like that. But yes, finding reasons why fog exists, under what circumstances fog exists, what would be the intensity, density of the fog, and the duration of the fog. These kind of parameters. The experiment is now entering its next phase, that is WiFEX-II, aimed at runway-specific fog forecasting. Runway-specific means runway in the airports, mostly in the North Indian airports. It is announced by Ministry of Earth Sciences. And aviation safety is something which is of a lot of concern nowadays though. Now about WiFEX, full form is Winter Fog Experiment, launched in the winter of 2015 to study formation, persistence and dispersal of dense fog during North Indian winters, especially over the Indo-Gangetic Plains. Primary focus area, Indira Gandhi International Airport, New Delhi, one of the world's most fog-affected airports it is. The WiFEX, a pioneering long-term open field study, launched in 2015 at Indira Gandhi International Airport. It celebrates 10 successful years of dedicated research. It aims to understand North India's dense winter fog and its impact on daily life and aviation safety. It is led by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. So we'll see which are the implementing agencies. Implementing agencies IITM Pune, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. It is the lead research institute under Ministry of Earth Sciences, nodal ministry it is. IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department. This is NCMRWF. NCMRWF stands for, the full form is National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting. National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting. It is for forecasting and modeling. Why was WiFEX needed? So dense fog causes severe disruptions to air travels, delays, diversions, accidents, railways and road transport. The Indo-Gangetic Plains is highly vulnerable due to this high humidity plus low temperatures, high aerosol and pollution levels from Haryana and Punjab, lack of reliable fog prediction models before 2015. But now we have prediction model that when fog is expected, for how long fog is expected, what density of fog is expected. This is what WiFEX have achieved in the last 10 years. Tools and methods used: ceilometers measures fog, cloud height. Micrometeorological towers captures temperature gradients and wind shear. High frequency sensors monitors humidity, turbulence, soil heat flux and aerosols. Data driven model development is happening. Expansion sites: Jewar Airport, Noida, Hisar, Haryana, and forming a wider observational network in North India. It is going to be deployed in Indian Railways as well, as per the reports. Now, key achievements from 2015 to 2025. High resolution probabilistic fog forecast model. 3 kilometers resolution. Accuracy 85% for very dense fog. Visibility less than 200 meters. It predicts onset time of fog, means when fog will start, duration of fog, density of fog, and clearance time. This is the kind of predictive analysis this experiment can give. Now, this type of forecast will definitely help the, aviation sector, the railway sector, things like these. Operational and economic benefits: it helps pilots, air traffic control units, airlines, passengers. It reduced flight delays and diversions, runway incidents, informed decision making for winter operations. Scientific contributions: discovered link between fog and air pollution, aerosols, PM 2.5. Effects of urban heat islands. Urban heat islands, basically urban areas are concrete areas. A lot of industries, roads, and all are built. Now, these concretes, or that particular area where that urban landscape is generally more heated as compared to its surroundings, where there is more greenery, there are more water bodies which have now been removed from those urban areas in order to make that urban settlement get established. So that is referred to as urban heat island. Impact of land use changes and inputs for early warning systems. Urban climate and pollution policy can be taken from such kind of experiments, which is important. Now about WiFEX-II, 2025 onwards, this is going to be there. Runway specific fog prediction, it is going to do. More sensor installations at airports across North India, so it can guide the pilots while landing. Provides real-time visibility and weather data for better airport response planning, improved passenger safety and efficiency. Obviously, things like these are very, very important.